Hello everyone, I am Srishti Bhatia from SV Classes and today we will solve some MCQs based on figure of speech. In the previous class also हमने पहली क्लास में भी कुछ MCQ सॉल्व कर रहे थे. आज हम कुछ और प्रैक्टिस करेंगे so that you may have figure of speech on your tips. Next time you go to your exam, whenever you go for your exam. So this video will help you in a quick revision. It will not take more than 5 minutes to revise all the figure of speech जो भी हमें पहले क्लासेस में करी हैं. You can only revise the entire topic in 5 minutes. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel SV Classes by Srishti Bhatia. You can also drop your views in the comment section so that the further classes may work upon it. So without wasting any more time, let's come to the first slide. Okay, so this is a question and let me tell you that all these questions जो जब आज की हम क्लास में करेंगे ये कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम के पेपर से पिक करे गए. दैट मीन्स दिस क्वेश्चंस वर फाउंड इन जो भी अभी हम क्वेश्चंस करेंगे ये क्वेश्चंस सी टेट, यूपी टेट और स्टेट टेट्स में वेरियस स्टेट टेट्स के पेपर में आए थे. सो दैट मेक्स दीज क्वेश्चंस मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. प्लस ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आपको एक आइडिया दे देते हैं that what kind of questions are popular in the exam. So definitely ये हमारी प्रैक्टिस को और स्ट्रॉन्ग बना देते हैं. So let's come to the first question. How high his honor holds his haughty head. So I think ये तो बहुत ही easy. We start with a very easy question. By looking at the question only we can easily guess which type of figure of speech is this. Of course, how high his honor. I think अगर आपने वीडियो देखी है तो in less than 2 seconds you can easily guess out that this is simply an example of alliteration. Why? Because all these words starts with the same syllable. That is why this questions becomes of alliteration. So here C becomes the right answer. Don't get confused with any other uh, option given in the question. While looking at the question को देखते ही 1 second में you can easily guess that this is the question of alliteration. Now let's come to the next question now. Okay, this has also been taken from the paper. Find out the figure of speech in the line. Was it the time I realized that hell and heaven? Now this is the question, this is the line taken up from the poem. और एग्जाम में बहुत बार ऐसा होता है जर्नल इंग्लिश में दैट अ पोएम इज़ गिवन टू यू और उसके बेसिस पे 5-6 क्वेश्चंस गिवन होते हैं और आउट ऑफ देम एवरी 2 क्वेश्चंस आर ऑफ फिगर ऑफ स्पीच. ऐसा पाया जाता है कि किसी भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में जर्नल इंग्लिश में एक पोएम दी गई है और उसमें पोएम के 5-6 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं जिसमें से 2 क्वेश्चंस डेफिनेटली फिगर ऑफ स्पीच में से होते हैं. सो वॉज इट द टाइम आई रियलाइज दैट हेल एंड हेवन. नाउ दिस इज वन ऑफ द लाइन्स ऑफ द पोएम. Now you have to tell that whether this is personification, hyperbole, oxymoron or alliteration. Now again this is clearly an example of alliteration. Why hell and heaven? So there we are talking about 2 important things in the line. आपको पूरी लाइन में देखो आपको कुछ भी इम्पॉर्टेंट नहीं है. The only thing which you find important is hell and heaven. We are talking about hell and heaven here. So here this hell and heaven when becomes they have same they have same syllable. So hell and heaven becomes the heaven becomes important to us. So rest is not important. So this clearly becomes an example of alliteration, not personification, क्योंकि इसमें personify नहीं करे गए. hyperbole का तो इसमें कोई मतलब ही नहीं बनता because not exaggeration of language is not made in the sentence. oxymoron तो definitely नहीं है. So it clearly becomes an example of alliteration. Now next one. Okay, I have already underlined the important words in this example. The murmurous haunt of flies on summer eve. Now this becomes very easy for you. मैंने अपनी क्लास में आपको समझाया था कि किसी भी सेंटेंस में अगर आपको कोई साउंड आपको पता चलती है, क्रीपिंग वीपिंग, सो फ्लैपिंग, इस तरह के वर्ड्स आपको दिखाई देते हैं, तो वो विदाउट विदाउट इवन थिंकिंग यू कैन टिक मार्क द ऑप्शन onomatopoeia, because onomatopoeia is something which tells about the sounds of objects and uh, actions. So this, when we see this word murmurous haunt of flies, so we clearly understand that this is a sound which is related to flies. So without thinking much, in less than 2 seconds you can go through the answer onomatopoeia without even seeing the other options. So we clearly ignore A, B, and D, and we will go with the C option, that is onomatopoeia, just because we have seen this sound, murmurous haunt of flies, in the sentence. So when we practice more and more of such options for such questions, so we can solve these questions in less than 2 seconds, and hence we can save the time and spend it on other parts of the paper like reasoning and all, जो बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होती है. इंग्लिश इज नेवर टाइम कंज्यूमिंग इफ यू practice this to your best. Okay, now with this we come to the next question. Okay, now the poetic device used in the, so we have four options with one sentence. Rain embraces the trees is a, now embrace is a human quality. Rain never embrace. So like we have discussed in the earlier video, the ambassador, we have discussed in the earlier video, the ambassador lies, and the death lays his icy hands. So when we have given person like qualities to the objects, now embraces again is a human quality. When you give human qualities, human touch to something, some emotion, some object, then it clearly becomes the example of personification. और इसमें person से related word भी है personification. That means personified. When something is personified with human qualities, with human nature, it clearly becomes the example of personification. So we have paid attention to only two words, rain and embraces. So without wasting a single minute, we will definitely go with this option. No more discussions, because we have seen the two words which are important to us, so बाकी time waste करना ही नहीं है. Let's come to the next question. An example of alliteration is, so फ्रेंड्स दो तरह के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, जिसमें फर्स्ट वन वॉज द सेंटेंसेस गिवन टू अस, और उसमें 4 टाइप्स ऑफ फिगर ऑफ स्पीच हमें गिवन है, और नेक्स्ट है व्हेन द फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इज गिवन टू अस. इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस में फिगर ऑफ स्पीच हमें गिवन है और उसके 4 एग्जाम्पल्स गिवन है हमें. वी हैव टू फाइंड दैट विच ऑफ वन ऑफ द 4 एग्जाम्पल इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ एलिट्रेशन. हमें फाउंड करना है कि इसमें से 4 ऑप्शंस में से कौन सा एक एग्जाम्पल एलिट्रेशन का है. ओके, एलिट्रेशन इज रेपिटेशन ऑफ साउंड्स एंड syllables, ये हमें याद रखना है. सो टू वेयर इट बेंट इन द अंडरनीथ, नथिंग इज बीइंग रिपीटेड, कुछ भी रिपीट नहीं हो रहा है, तो दिस इज डेफिनेटली नॉट द एग्जाम्पल. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Nothing is being repeated because it was grassy and wanted wear. No. Okay, the next one. Though as for that the passing there. Okay, we find something common in this. Though as for that the passing, the again, and passing there. So again, 4 words common with same syllable makes it an example of alliteration here. So without wasting time, we have quickly gone through the sentences, and we have found that this is actually an example of alliteration. So we could easily guess that this is an example of alliteration here. Okay, now next sentence. The line, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, contains which figure of speech. Again, the first type of question is this, that is जिसमें हमें sentence given होता है और figure of speech हमें identify करना होता है. So a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. So we have seen 2 big words here, suddenness and startlement. I think this clearly gives us a view that this is also an example of alliteration. So you must have seen that we are continuously getting questions based on alliteration in the competitive exams. So we have till now solved 3 questions of alliteration. Suddenness and startlement gives us a view that this is not a simile personification. सिमिली लाइक एज इसमें बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. पर्सोनिफिकेशन इसलिए नहीं है बिकॉज इसमें कोई ह्यूमन क्वालिटी नहीं गिवन है. एंड हाइपरबोल अगेन एग्जैगरेशन ऑफ सेंटेंसेस इसमें बिल्कुल नहीं है. दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ एलिटरेशन. Okay, and the last question of this video, and see here, the line creeping like snail, unwilling to go to school contains a poetic device of. So which poetic device it has? Now, creeping like snail. Pay attention on these 3 things. 3 words here. Creeping like snail, unwilling to go to school. Unwilling to go to school. Who is unwilling to go to school? Maybe it is definitely a person, a student, a child who is unwilling to go to school. So when we pay attention to this, unwilling to go to school, so this is definitely related to a child, a person which is who is unwilling to go to school. So that is why he is creeping like snail here. He is taking very miniature steps, very small steps, because he doesn't want to go to school. We have usually seen this with children who are very lazy, and I hope after lockdown no child is ready to go to school. That's why they will definitely act like snail one morning. So the example clearly goes to personification. Why? Because again, human being is given the act of the nature of a snail who is creeping. So one, even if we pay attention to this part of the sentence or to this part of the sentence, we can easily guess that this is personified. Personified means we are discussing the human nature here, but human is creeping like a snail. The human has got qualities of a snail because he or she doesn't want to go to school. So it is simply the C option, ignoring the metaphor, simile and hyperbole. They are, but but in this case also we can also go with simile. Why? Because some of my viewers told us that they have even seen in the books कि this example may be of simile also. ये simile का example भी इसलिए हो सकता है because we have seen like here, तो creeping like snail. So in this case अगर हमें D option में ये दिया होता personification और simile, if we have been given both of them in the one of the options, and we have seen this thing also. If we see an example with personification and simile, then will tick mark that one also, because we have seen like here, creeping like snail. And it is possible, ये possible है कि एक sentence में आपको एक से ज़्यादा figure of speech देखने को मिले. So you can drop your views in the comment section. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. I am Shrishti Bhatia from SV Classes. Stay tuned. Thank you.